Hey, Vicki St. James here. It's such a pleasure to have you with us. And
Thank
with me
you.
today, a very special guest, Gabby DeWitt. Gabby DeWitt is an experienced public employee with a strong background in communication. So, Gabby, it's a pleasure to have you
Thank
here.
you.
Yes, Gabby graduated from the University of Northern Iowa with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Communication and Public Relations. Gabby began her career working at KWWL in Cedar Valley Hospice before joining Blackhawk County, where she has been an employee for 24 years. Gabby has spent the bulk of her county career working with public health. Her first few years, she focused on public safety initiatives and including car seat programs, pedestrian safety, and senior safety. Beautiful. About a year into her time with Blackhawk County, she was tasked with overseeing a cancer prevention program, a role she embraced for the next 21 years. She dedicated herself to breast, cervical, and colorectal cancer prevention, education, screening, and navigation, while also serving as a member of the Beyond Pink team for 21 years, serving on the Pink Ribbon Run Committee for 14 of those years. Additionally, she worked on radon initiatives and contributed to the Iowa Cancer Consortium, serving 2 terms on their board. A year ago, she transitioned from public health into the role of marketing coordinator for Blackhawk County. Welcome to the show,
Thank you.
Gabby.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So tell us, what's it like to work for Blackhawk County?
Well, it's always different. There's always something different going on. There's 400 employees, just under, and we have so many different departments: the assessors, the attorneys, the auditor, conservation, elections. I mean, there's just so much. And so, I think that when people think of Blackhawk County, they might think of paying their taxes, but you don't necessarily think of all the things that go into local government and what it takes to make our county run. And so. Um, so for me, as a new marketing coordinator at Blackhawk County, I had been in public health for 21 years. I felt like I knew public health really well, but I didn't realize how much I didn't know about the county itself. So it's been really fun in this last year just to get
Yes.
to know all the amazing things we do at Blackhawk County.
That is so beautiful. So when did you first know that you wanted to work for Blackhawk County?
Well, we're going through strategic planning right now, and our strategic planning coordinator just mentioned to us that most people want meaningful work, and that has really always been what I wanted to do. My parents were both teachers, and so I always knew that I wanted to help people, but I didn't necessarily want to be a teacher because I didn't want to do exactly what they did. And so at first it was going to be television, and I was working in television, and it wasn't necessarily, I didn't feel like I was actually helping anyone. And so I learned about the HIV quilt, and that led me to working at Cedar Valley Hospice, and I worked with the HIV program there for 3 years.
I love it.
And the children's grief program.
Yes.
And then hours just kind of became hard. Like hospice is a 24/7 job.
Of
And
course.
so a previous manager was over at the county, and she emailed me, and she's like, "Oh, you have to come work for Blackhawk County Public Health. It's utopia." And so
Yay.
I intended to only be there 3 years, and I ended up being there for 23 before I transitioned to the courthouse. So the time just flew by. In my head, I'm still 25.
Oh, I love it. Well, you look 25, sweetheart. Yes, you do. I should say that Gabby used to be in my aerobics class at the Family YMCA of Blackhawk County.
Yeah, I was much more
Yes.
coordinated back then.
You're amazing. You just inspired all of us with your pep and energy. 6 a.m. yet. Yes. Okay, so tell me, what kind of fun things are coming up with Blackhawk County?
Oh, there's so much. In fact, on January 28th, there is going to be a special election for Blackhawk County Supervisor. And that's important. A lot of people don't pay that much attention to local elections, but like I said, it informs our day-to-day life more so than some of our state and federal elections. And you really have an impact. And in this election in particular, you had an impact because it is a simple majority. So every single vote
Yes.
counts. There's
Yes.
5 people running. You can learn more about it on the elections website, which is blackhawkcountyelections.iowa.gov. But there's only 19 precincts on Election Day. Election Day is January 28th. The polls will be open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So you might not go to your regular precinct, but you can go to any precinct. You just take your ID. We're also doing early voting at the courthouse, and that is 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Up until January 27th. So we really encourage people to get out and vote, look up the candidates, decide who you want to vote for, but just make your voice heard. It's our 5th member of the Board of Supervisors. It's a short term, 2 years, because they're filling in the supervisor role of Dan Trelka, who relocated. And it's an important way to have your voice heard.
Oh, absolutely. That is so exciting. So tell me, do you have any career-related endeavors that you'd like to share with us?
Well, this is a career endeavor. 21 years I was doing cancer screening, mammograms. I can't even tell you how many mammograms I've set up for people over the years. And then when COVID happened, we realized that public health needed to do a better job communicating with the community. And so there wasn't any mammograms going on right at the very beginning of COVID. And so I kind of started to help with that and realized, oh yeah, I actually used to be a communicator and I kind of liked it.
Oh,
and so
yes.
I had actually already cross-trained a coworker in the cancer program. So it was a pretty easy transition for me to start doing communications for public health. And then in the meantime, the county started talking about doing a rebrand and started talking about having a marketing coordinator. And I decided to put my hat in the ring. So this is a new career, to be a 24-year employee and actually also be the new kid on the block is different. But coming forward for this year, I'm really hoping to develop a crisis communications plan and a strategic communications plan that mirrors the strategic plan that we're doing right now.
Oh,
so it's
yes.
not as exciting, but it is exciting because for me, it'll be a roadmap for how we communicate with the county.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And how can people find you on the web and social media?
Yeah, our website is blackhawkcounty.iowa.gov. And
Nice.
you can get to several of our departments actually have their own websites, but you can get to all of them through that. So that's really the website to know, blackhawkcounty.iowa.gov. You can find elections there, you can find conservation there, and you can find like what's going on, upcoming meetings, Veterans Affairs. That's the primary way. And then we have about 5-6 Facebook accounts. So if you start typing in Blackhawk County, what will pop up is sheriff, auditor and elections, roads, public health, I'm missing one, conservation. And so whatever is your interest, I highly encourage you to follow it. We hope that you'll also follow the Blackhawk County page because we can cross-share a lot of that stuff that we think is of interest to most people. Like this morning was kind of snowy. I woke up and I looked outside and I thought, I bet the roads crew did something about the road conditions. And sure enough, they did. So I shared it on our page because we really want to try to cross-share as much as we can.
Oh, that is so beautiful. So tell me, let's go back in time to when you were a little girl. Do you have any fun childhood stories?
I saw that question. And most of the childhood stories that I could think of make me seem like a bit of a delinquent. But
that's all right. I'm with you.
Yeah. We had a great group of friends growing up. I grew up in Elk Run before there was a lot of the Shirley Edition had been built. In fact, we were living there when the Shirley Edition was built. And so just a lot of fun times hanging around with kids. We used to play Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, I love it.
I always got to be Nellie. So if that tells you what
Nellie, it used to be Nellie.
I used to be Nellie. We had what seemed like a giant hill at the time, but if you drive down Marie Avenue now, it's a very short hill.
Okay.
But they had an old wheelchair, so we would push me down the wheelchair just like in the episode. So
I'm
dating myself, but yeah, that was some of the Stabell girls and I who grew up and had a lot of fun.
Oh, that is so beautiful. I love it so much. So tell me, do you have a personal mission statement? And if so, what is that?
Yeah, I really I like the Brené Brown, and I don't listen to her podcast
Yeah.
every day, but
Yeah.
I really like the Brené Brown statement. You're here to get it right, not be right.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah.
when I was working in public health a lot, we worked very hard with other communities, maybe communities that don't speak English.
Mhm.
And sometimes, we might think that we know the right way that somebody should get cancer screening or
Yes.
the health protocols they should follow, but maybe their culture tells them differently. And so
Right.
that statement just resonated with me because it is so important to understand where people are coming from. And I carry that over to the work that
Oh, I love that. That is so beautiful. Brene Brown is amazing. Yes, and I've read most of her books, and I just really love what she has to say. Okay, so who's your biggest influence, would you say, in life?
Mm. I think probably my biggest influence is probably my parents.
So, who's your biggest influence in life, Gabby?
I think probably my biggest influence was my parents.
Oh,
My parents were both teachers. My mom worked at the Hawkeye Adult Learning Center and taught people who were needing their GED and later English language learners.
yeah.
And she always fought for her staff as she became in leadership. She always fought for her staff. And my dad was just kind of this gentle giant that showed up to do what needed to be done. They needed somebody to run computers at DeWitt when computers first became the first thing. And he was the one, even though he was a PE teacher. Or he taught chess club because he wanted kids to learn chess. Or he was a Special Olympics coach. So just like always finding ways to give back, I think they really demonstrated that. And it kind of fed into who I became.
Oh, that is so beautiful. I love that so much. So tell me, do you have any pet peeves?
I really hate the statement "you do you." That is one of my biggest. 'Cause I kind of feel like it's like that's stupid. So that's one of my pet peeves. Not following through on what you say you'll do. That's kind of a pet
Yes,
peeve too.
yes.
I try not. I'm actually right now listening to Mel Robbins' book, The Let Them Theory.
Ooh.
So I kind of feel like that helps you not have pet peeves because you let them.
Oh,
okay.
There you go.
It's
Just let them.
Yep, and it's not worth the stress. So.
There you go. Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm going to have to read that book. Oh, nice. Okay, so tell me, do you have a bucket list? And if so, what is on that list, Gabby?
On my bucket list, traveling Europe.
Ooh.
Right across the hall from my office is the recorder's office,
Yeah.
and that's where they do passports. I should mention the recorder's office does. They're a one-stop shop, so you can go in there and get your passport picture taken. You can get if you're born in Blackhawk County, they can also print off your birth certificate for you, so they can do everything for you, and they do so many passports.
Yes.
And I don't have one, so my bucket list is to get my passport, and we would love to travel Europe.
Okay, so I would love that too. So where specifically in Europe are you most interested to go?
I would like to, gosh, so many. Austria, I would like to go to Scotland.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the top.
Oh, yes. Have you been outside of the country ever?
No.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Canada when I was a kid.
Yeah,
We went to Niagara Falls.
Oh,
So,
beautiful.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you went to Niagara Falls?
We went, the first time I was a sophomore in high school.
Ooh.
And I remember we didn't have to have passports then. So
wow.
I remember being over there. And that was the first time I realized that there were so many other languages other than English.
Ooh.
Because I remember us all walking across the sidewalk to get to the falls. And there were so many different conversations going on. And I didn't understand any of them.
Oh.
And I thought, what a cool thing.
Yes. What a cool thing.
All these people from all over. All these people from all over thought that they should come to this one landmark. And we're all seeing it and experiencing it together. So.
Yes. Oh my gosh. How exciting is that? That is so beautiful. So back to the county. What do you like most about working for Blackhawk County?
I think what I like most is kind of two things. One is every day is different. I mean, we are always doing something different, especially in the summer. I might be out on a road getting video of rumble strips or a new stop sign, or I might be traveling out with elections to get videos of precincts. And so it's just really, it keeps your mind active. It makes the variety is huge. And
Yes.
so that I love. And I really like the people. And that was one of the reasons I stayed in public health for so long. Everybody is so passionate about the work they do and are doing it for the community. And so it just makes it easy to be excited and be a part of something.
Yes. How exciting is that? I love it so much. How about spring plans?
Oh, yeah. My spring plans are hopefully to pay a little more attention to my yard. My dog is about 3 years old and has done some damage. So
Ooh.
I would like, and I've got some old flowers and stuff that I need to pull up. And
Yes.
so those are some spring plans. The conservation office, we hope if we get some snow and rain, we'll be reopening Casey Lake out at Hickory Hills.
Ooh.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
And then this summer we are planning to go to Maine to see my son. So
Oh, how exciting. Yeah. So what does your son do in Maine?
Well, he's actually in Rhode Island.
Ooh.
But it's just easier.
Yes.
So
yes.
that'll make a nice vacation out there.
Oh, how exciting. Yeah. My mom and daddy met in Rhode Island, and my mom was from Fall River, Massachusetts. My daddy was, he was in the U.S. Navy, and he was stationed in Newport.
Oh, yeah.
And yep, she needed a date for an up. So mommy needed a date for an upcoming wedding. So it was a blind date. They had one date and they got married. He wrote to her every day on the ship. And she fell in love with his words. See how important communication is?
It is. My husband's grandpa had the same story.
That Are you serious?
All of their courtship by mail.
Oh my gosh.
They worked together at RAF, but then she asked if she could write him when he was in the service, and they got married when he got back.
Oh, I love that. That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, how exciting is that? So, well, let's talk about the future in Blackhawk County. What are you most excited about?
I'm excited to see the next things that we can do. This position that I'm in is brand new, and so we've kind of just been learning as we go. But now we can get to a point where we can kind of plan more and do more. Some of the things that are upcoming are conservation. Conservation might be one of our busiest departments in Blackhawk County. They've got the Maple Syrup Festival coming up.
Oh, I love that.
If you love Hartman Reserve, they have probably 6 to 8 events every month, of different things that they're offering.
Yes.
And then, as I mentioned, Casey Lake will be opening this summer, as long as we get enough precipitation.
Of course.
And that has been a once in a generation, is what the director calls it, renovation, where they have added nice shorelines and fishing jetties and just completely re-landscaped it. So it's been pretty exciting to watch happen, and we're looking forward to seeing that open. So there's lots of fun things going on in Blackhawk County.
That's beautiful. And if you could repeat the website address and how they can find you on social media, that'd be amazing.
Sure. So website, blackhawkcounty.iowa.gov. And for the Facebook, if you just start searching for Blackhawk County, probably you'll see our page, and then there'll probably be the sheriffs, the auditor and elections, conservation, public health, there's roads, there's several Facebook pages, but follow them all if you can.
Oh, that's exciting. Any closing thoughts, Gabbi?
No, I think just stay involved with your local government, whether it's county or city. It really does matter. You're paying taxes, so you might as well get your money's worth. If you're interested in public meetings, all of those are on our calendar on our website. You're welcome to attend and give your thoughts or listen to what's going on. And I did forget to mention our Veteran Affairs Office.
Oh, yes.
They serve our veterans. If they can't provide services, they offer referrals. Otherwise, they help people get the assistance they need, and they're always looking for drivers to Iowa City for veterans to go to medical appointments.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much for being with me today, Gabbi. It's been Such a joy and an honor to have you here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy being a member of Black Hawk County and do proceed to check them out on the web, on social media, and just be involved and check out next summer or this coming summer. I cannot wait to go
It's
to
gonna be
that
beautiful.
lake. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so beautiful. We'll see you there. Yes. Vicki St. James and Gabby DeWitt. Over and out for Vicki Chats, 106.5 Corn Country, Iowa, corncountry.com.